Annyeong, hi!
Hi!
Welcome back to part 2 of our mini-series Pregnancy and Birth. Today we have a special guest, Tim Palmer.
Happy to be here. Adeline is our first child, so we're by no means experts, but we thought that this would be a good video for new parents, just kind of, sharing our experiences, giving them a bit of information that maybe they didn't already know.
Yep, so we'll get straight into it. It was all-day sickness for me. I think I got so desperate. I think at the second appointment, I asked the doctor, what can I take? Because I usually don't take anything. I don't even take Advil for a headache. I'm that kind of girl. And she suggested that I take vitamin B6 and Unisom, and to start with that.
Yeah, and that's literally like the only thing you can take. You just get desperate.
I was desperate, and so that's what I did take. But Unisom was so strong for me that I ended up taking half of it and towards the end of the day because I would want to sleep at work.
Yeah. The nausea and the sickness kind of go hand in hand. Obviously, for people like Jess, it was more of an extreme case. A lot of people don't experience like severe nausea, but for Jess, she could barely function. She had to work at the same time, and it was a real struggle when she had to go into the office because she would get sick on the train, and she has a list of things that she would carry with her to kind of help her just in case. But yeah, if it wasn't the traveling, it was just, the nausea at work or at home. And she...
he was my witness.
She would either be glued to the sofa, not able to move because the nausea was so extreme, or, in bed. So I think, prepare for the worst because it's not going to be the same for everyone. And a lot of people say that the severe nausea is a sign that it's going to be a girl.
Right.
So obviously, it was a girl, and maybe if you have a boy coming, it won't be as bad. But just be prepared.
It just did seem that way because I had a colleague pregnant around the same time. She was a few months ahead, and she ended up having a boy, and she had nothing like what I had. But I mean, I don't want to complain, and I don't want to say it's only negative symptoms with girls, but old wives' tale says it is nausea.
So what helped you? What did you carry with you for nausea?
I always had in my book bag a sick bag and chips, right? I always wanted something to eat. There's something called Prego Pops. They're kind of fruity fruity candy, hard candies. Mints, a bottle of water, I made sure because I felt dehydrated.
Like fizzy water, right?
And fizzy. But sometimes I'd go back and forth. There was a lot of trial and error, so I feel like I can't give you a specific recommendation, but I can just give you a few things that I've tried and you can try too.
Just try anything.
Just try anything and everything.
So, second trimester was a really nice break. It was a bit of a breather from the first trimester experience.
And I think week 15 was when I felt much better. I think I ended up stopped taking the B6 and Unisom, so that was a big relief. And
a lot less vomiting.
Yeah, to a point where I stopped, and that was great. And then I started slowly incorporating exercise because I gained a bit more energy at that trimester, or during the trimester, and vegetables. I was able to eat more veggies.
A lot more vegetables.
The only thing I avoided was fresh bell peppers, fresh tomatoes. Those are very acidic foods.
You got a lot of acid reflux, right?
Yeah. So I ate a bunch of Tums, but it was all worth it.
Yeah. We also got to travel, which was great. We got to go to London, see my family and my friends. It was a really nice trip.
I got a prenatal massage.
Oh yeah, you got a prenatal massage. The amount of back pain and pressure that you will develop as a pregnant lady is insane.
I think the tailbone was a big thing for me.
I could give her a slight back massage, which would alleviate a bit of pain, but you really need a professional prenatal massage from someone who's certified, and she got it. It was amazing.
And our baby moon.
Oh yeah, we went to our baby moon, went out to the south coast of New Jersey, went to the beach. That was like our last trip, just the two of us. It was like our last hurrah.
Yeah, it was lovely. And then we also ended up trying to look for a doula, right?
Yeah, right. So a doula is like kind of like a baby birthing coach. And initially I was kind of skeptical about it because I heard it's like not worth it, it's quite expensive. But honestly,
I really wanted it.
Yeah. It was worth the money.
It was.
She was really helpful, and like she really helped Jess through the birthing process.
Right.
So it's not stuff you can just read in a book. I think it's something you have to experience and teach other people. So.
Right, and I think no matter how we took a lot of birthing classes. I gave birth at Holy Name, and they have a lot of free online classes that you can take as new parents that are super helpful. But there's nothing like someone telling you and guiding you on like the breathing process of labor. I think that was a huge help for me. I also remember taking the glucose test. I failed the first one, and they give you this little drink. It tasted like Gatorade to me. Everyone was warning me you're gonna hate it, but actually throughout the pregnancy I craved sweets so much, so maybe that had something to do with it, but I didn't mind it. But I failed it, so I actually...
And a lot of people will. Like, honestly, it sounds like a lot of people fail it the first time. Right. It's not like, don't feel bad and don't think that it's the end of the world. I think it's just the pregnancy actually creates like that
it has everything
diabetic effect on the body, right?
It has everything to do with the placenta.
Was it week 20 we got the scan?
We got the week 20 scan. That's when you see like the babies.
You see the features a little bit.
The spine, the organs.
And it started to feel a lot more real, which was great because, up to that point, you're just kind of like worried about like, miscarriages and kind of causing some kind of problem, but it's kind of like the second trimester feels like the second period. So that was great. It felt really, it felt more magical to sort of see this little creature growing inside of her. Yeah. The final hurdle, but of course it came with a new set of challenges.
Right, back pain was a big thing. I also felt like my stomach was so much heavier during the third trimester. So when I went to sleep, I actually needed that pregnancy pillow.
And like 40 other pillows.
Right, because I was also suffering from allergies. So I just always needed to be upright.
That coupled with the fact she had to go to the bathroom like 5-6 times a night meant she got very bad sleep at nighttime. Right. So, she needed to catch up during the day with as many naps as she could.
Right. And on the weekend, I spent a lot of time on the exercise ball because of the back pain.
Because of the tailbone, right? And that's the only thing that could alleviate that pressure.
Or a massage from my wonderful husband.
But in general, I think the most important thing with the third trimester is to make your partner feel comfortable. She has to do whatever she can to feel comfortable, whether it's lying on the exercise ball, massages. We did foot soaks and Epsom salts, which are really good for like circulation. And she got a lot of swelling, right?
Yes, I had a bit of a scare. I thought I had preeclampsia, which the swelling is one of the biggest symptoms. The doctor felt I was fine, but just to make sure that we also felt okay, she actually wrote us a script to see our baby one more time. So we got a bonus ultrasound, and we got to see her even more.
It's really nice. It's magical. It's kind of like it's as real as it's going to get until you see the baby.
One last thing was I felt extreme hot and cold, especially at night. I am always the one who's cold, and I ask him to turn up the heat. But actually, and you're always sweating. But during my third trimester, it was the complete opposite. He'd be freezing, and I'm like, no, I need it to be as cold as possible because you have a lot of hormones and there's just a lot going on, and you're obviously heavier. So I think that was definitely something I wanted to mention. I can also share some podcasts that I listened to, and they were super helpful. So I'll make sure to link those in the description. So we are wishing you lots of luck if
Yeah.
you are in any of the trimesters or you're still trying. And we hope the best for you.
Yeah. Good luck, guys.
All right. See you in the next video.
See you in the next video.
And then bye.
Bye.
All day. I just bit my tongue. 더워. Please don't give me so much to say. It's a lot. Let's start with my. Why so much pressure?